Hi and welcome. In this video I'm going to be talking a little about subnetting. This is basically, I will admit and be honest that this is a hazy subject for me as well. So this is just basically based off of what I know. It's going to be an introduction type thing to subnetting, and get you more familiar with how it works. The programs I'm going to be using are Free Screen Recorder. It's a free program that allows me to record what I'm doing on my desktop to make presentations and the likes of that. So to get started, I already have some notes here in Paint. And then the first thing, again, like I said, this is basically based off of what I know and what I've studied, what I've researched. So if I am doing something wrong, I'm open to suggestions, some positive feedback. So basically, the three things that we have to remember are what class is the IP address that we start with, the structure, and then how many bits are required to make a certain amount of subnets. I started with an IP address of 192.11.1.0, and then this would be a class C IP address, because we know that class C is 128 to 191, and then the next class would be class C, which will be 192. I don't remember the numbers right offhand, but it would be 192 to 255, I think, or something like that. But either way, it's a class C. And then the structure for this, for a class C, would be a network, a host. This right here would be our network portion. So I'll go ahead and write that. This is the network portion, and this right here is the host portion. And then what happens when we subnet is we're actually borrowing bits from the host. But when we borrow bits from the host, there's always 2 bits left behind, no matter what class of IP address you're using. So if we placed 1s here in all the network portions, you'd have 8, 8, and 8. So this would give us a subnet mask of 255.255.255.0. And then something else we can remember here is this right here. If we had an IP address, as far as the structure goes, this will be our network portion, and this will be our host portion up here. And you can think about it like maybe a town. Let's say this is, because I live near Boise, Idaho, so let's say this is, our network portion would be Boise. And the host portion would be all the people that live inside of Boise. So, the little houses, or the subdivisions, or whatever. And then for this example, if we wanted to create 10 subnets, our formula could be 2 to however many bits we're going to borrow, minus 2. However, this part of this formula is true, but sometimes it works for the subnet or the network portion, but it doesn't necessarily work for the subnet portion. I might have got that wrong. It might be backwards. Again, like I said, this is based off of what I know. So for this, we're just going to erase the minus 2, because if you remember before, I said that 2 bits remain on the host portion regardless of the IP address class that you're using. So I'm going to go ahead and erase this and just use the 2 to the n formula. I'll get my pencil tool here, and we know that we're creating 10 subnets, so whatever our formula is has to be greater than or equal to 10. In order to do this, and we could use our fingers if we want, 2 to the first power is going to be 2, and we know that's not enough because we need greater than or equal to 10, and that does not satisfy that equation or that formula. So 2 does not work. 2 to the third power would give us, let's see, that's 2 times 2 times 2, which is 4 times 2 is 8. So 3 would not work. And then 2 to the fourth power would be 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, which would be 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, and then 8 times 2 is 16. So we know that 16 is greater than or equal to 10. So 16 would work. And that does satisfy this formula. So it would take 4 bits to create 10 subnets. Again, I really, if I miss something, go ahead and leave me a comment. I'm open to suggestion or some positive or negative feedback. I am going to try to do some more research on this and brighten my understanding of how it works. But I thought this was a really cool introduction, and I hope you guys enjoyed it and learned something from it. Thank you for watching.